this is Sheep AI. The first thing that they're going to do, as they're doing laparoscopic AI or something that's surgical, is they need to knock out the sheep. They're going to give it an injection that's not going to knock it out all the way, but will make it so that it's not kicking during the operation and that it doesn't feel it. So he has to put that into a vein. So you watched him try to find the vein and place that in. They're now going to wait. It'll take about 20 to 30 seconds. And the sheep will go from being super tense to not tense anymore. So now they're going to lift it into the cradle. They place it onto its back and they secure all 4 legs into the cradle. Once it's in the cradle, they'll move it over to the next part. This is where they're going to shave and shear bellies to ensure that they have a clean location for the incisions that will be made. They are giving 2 shots. One is LA200, which will help with fever or any other problems that they may have, and the other is Banamine, which is like a Tylenol type product to help with any problems that there may be with that. You'll now see that they are cleaning the belly. They want to use an alcohol spray to get the belly as clean as possible. Once this happens, they want to make sure that they don't touch the belly in any way so that they contaminate that clean working area or sterile area. They then wait until the sheep that's in front of them is done being AI'd. They are checking to make sure that the sheep is still breathing through this whole process, and watching to make sure that the belly is moving, putting their hand over the nose to check for air, or watching the nostrils flare. They now are going to move the sheep into where they are going to AI. The sheep will be propped up onto an angle so that everything will fall to the correct location, especially the reproductive tract. They're then going to take good notes on what sheep it is and what they're breeding it to. Right now we are using fresh semen, which means semen that was brought with them that was not frozen. So one person is getting the semen ready while the other is getting the instruments ready. They're trying to sterilize them in between each one. You'll see 2 small incisions are being made. An instrument's going to be placed on each end. The first instrument to be used will be the microscope, and so they're going to place that in. They're now going to fill the belly with a little bit of air so that they can better see some things and it holds things in place a little bit better. You're then going to see they're going to place through the microscope so that they are able to see. On the other side, they'll also put in a tool that they can place the semen into. They're going to look, there's a light, they're searching for the uterus. They're going to find one uterine horn and place in half of the semen. Once they have it in one uterine horn, they'll go to the next uterine horn and place in the rest of the semen. They're now going to lower down the sheep and the next group of people will take it. At this next location, they are going to take the incisions and try to close them. The sheep is bleeding a little bit more than some of the others, and so they're going to stop the bleeding. Because we don't want to have to worry about removing stitches later, we use super glue to super glue the 2 together. So you can see she's using super glue and pushing that together to hold that incision. She'll do that on the other side as well. That's why I have to make sure there's no blood so that the super glue will actually stick. Once they are glued, they're going to use something called AluShield, which is basically a metal spray that creates an aluminum barrier. They're going to place that over the top of it so that dirt, debris, and other things can't get inside of those incisions. Once they're done, they'll remove the sheep from the cradle. The sheep typically have started to wake up a little bit. Most of them are able to stand. and then they're placed into a pen where they are watched for recuperation. If